Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. House price balance in the UK decreases from minus 17 to minus 19. Well, the market participants expected the forecast of minus 14 when this didn't happen. Bad data from the UK at the beginning of the day, and the GDP in the UK deteriorates even more from 0 now to minus 0.1, and the quarterly measurements are to 0.1 from 0.3, and the yearly GDP is from 1.4 to 1.3%. So another bad data from the UK. Australia employment change up from 12,000 to 42, full employment up from 6,000 to 55,000, unemployment rate down from 4.5 to 4.3. There you go. Industrial production in the UK down from 0.3 to minus 2. Manufacturing production down from 0.6 to minus 1.7. Monthly GDP change down from 0.2 to 0.1. Trade balance shrinks from minus 19 to minus 18. Trade balance with the non-European Union countries about at the same level. Bunch of bad data from the UK. We'll definitely take a look at the cable later on. GDP from Poland is scheduled for release at 10 o'clock. The market participants expect increase from 3.4 to 3.7. IAA monthly report is scheduled for release at 10 o'clock. Industrial production from Eurozone scheduled for release at 11 o'clock, but at 10 o'clock we have the economic bulletin. Monthly GDP tracker from the UK is scheduled for release at 1 p.m. ECB Elderson will give a speech at 2 o'clock, and then core data from the USA. I guess they should be released, but I don't know how about the government shutdown. Core CPI and CPI data are scheduled for release at 2:30. Non-farm productivity at 2:30. Unit labor cost at 2:30, and initial jobless claims at 2:30. At 5:30. At 4:30. FOMC member Kashkari will give a speech at 6 o'clock. We have crude oil inventories and Cushing crude oil inventories at 8 o'clock. Federal budget balance, and at 10:30 business PMI data from the New Zealand's Fed's balance sheet. Again is scheduled for release at 10:30. This is the longest government shutdown in the UK, so I don't know how about this data, will they be published or not. Maybe this there was some leaks that the situation is getting better and they will find some sort of the solution for this situation, but we will see later on what will be the outcome of this situation. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. Euro-dollar for our time frame chart extends the gains higher above the yesterday high 1.1606. Now it's 1.1620, 14 pips, maybe not that much, maybe not that big. Nevertheless, we are breaking above we broke above the 100 pips moving average. Momentum is strong, it's positive, and the market wants to move higher. Buy the euro and sell the dollar. This is the current market situation. Market participants prefer now to at least in the short term to buy the euro and the US dollar. Next target for the bulls 1.1669, not that far away whatsoever. Cable on a 4-hour time frame chart. Let me just zoom in what is going on here. No big impression on the data made on the rate. We went a little bit lower to extend the wave C to the downside. Pretty much very nice situation here for the overall Elliott wave count. So the cycle might be completed if the correction is only in 3 waves. If we place some sort of the trend, I don't know if it's necessary, but if we do, no one can say we couldn't. Then we got, of course, the old technical support 1.3098, but this one is a little bit more modern. 1.3085 is now the low, and this one is being neglected all of the way down, so we don't need it any more. Momentum went to the level of 41 points, then jumped to the level of 50, and now it's oscillating on this level. So any breakout above the trend line, and then the yesterday's high at 1.3190 opens the road to 100 periods moving average, and then eventually to the next target at 1.3248. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. This bunch of bad data for the cable didn't actually put bears to sleep. Now US dollar versus the Japanese yen, it broke above the technical resistance. Nevertheless, it just didn't follow up. We went as high as 155, maybe 155.05. That's not much after this so widely awaited breakout. Now we want to test this technical support. Now let me just move it here, 154.50, and because the market doesn't want to go up, maybe we will have a little bit of the downside movement, but that all depends on the US dollar index. Let's take a look here, because maybe US dollar index is going down. Yes, the US dollar index is going down these days. Let me just zoom in, because it doesn't matter for the other pairs right now. If we are zooming in or zooming out, so this is the situation here. Technical support 99.11. Let's make it nice and great. Now the other level here, quite important for the bulls, is obviously this one, 98.54. But yesterday low, not yesterday, November 11, low 99.26 might be very, very important here, because as you can see, we moved lower, consolidation, moved lower, reaction, moved lower, and then moved lower again. Bearish pressure. Look at the momentum. The momentum is below the level of 50. It's clear as the sun, right? This is the level of 50, and every time we go towards this level, we are being smashed. So bears are in charge of this market in the short term. They are making pressure on this market, and the US dollar is under the systematic pressure these days. There you go. Key technical resistance level here. Any breakout above this level, it's 99.72, is bullish, but first, they need to break above this level. So if the US dollar is going down, is gold going up? Of course, the gold is going up. We broke above this level here, 4,183. Now it is back to the support, and now the final target, all-time high, swing high, 4,376. Momentum is strong, momentum is positive and extremely overbought, but this is nothing new for the gold market. It looks like the bulls are still in charge of this market and want to hit the last all-time high. Will Bitcoin follow? Very nice line here, trend line, breakout, then test to the pip. Look at this, to the cent, to the point. Very nice test, buying the dip, and now the market is trying to move higher. So these days we are going to, will we see these days breakout above 104,465 and higher? We will see, but with that kind of a momentum, it's not that obvious anymore. Because we are hovering around the level of 50, up and down. We need strong, nice, big momentum breaking above all of these technical resistance levels, above all of the above the 100 periods moving average, back towards the 118,000 dollars. For now, we have some bumps from the trend line, but we're still inside of this range. We know this range since the low of 98,904 from November 4th, right? So the situation is still barely the same on the Bitcoin. It's not reacting on the weaker dollar just yet. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.